What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, Claressa Shields has clowned on Jake Fake Paul. She said, after his life and death fight with Nate Diaz, she said, yes, fact remains. I'll get Jake Paul got to. The level of skill being displayed is mediocre. Oh no. Oh no. It's bad right now. It's bad right now for beta males. Yeah? Keith Furman. Keith once upon a time Furman. Jake Fake Paul. Tragic. You know what? I won't mind seeing it as well. For me, I'll give Furman some credit. Yeah, Furman fell off, yeah, but he's at least fighting real boxers, isn't he? Let's be real here, people. Furman is at least fighting real boxers around his own age. You know what I mean? In a real sport, serious dudes, and he doing okay. He was world champion. Fake Paul is fighting dudes 30 pounds smaller than him. Nate Diaz is a 155 pound fighter. Even if you say he's 170, he's never been 185. Jake Paul has to come down to 185. So, Fake Paul is fighting old, 15-year-old fighters, older fighters, 40-year-old fighters. He's 25. They're MMA fighters. They're not world champions. Old, small, MMA fighters. And he's making a hash of it. So yeah, I actually think it makes more sense. I guess the problem is the size. Claressa Shields at 168. Fake Paul at 185. Yeah, it's not going to happen. He's just too big, you'd like to think. Listen, if she wants it there. But Jake can't punch though, can he? Can't get rid of Nate. So, yeah, you can't get rid of Nate. You can't get rid of Tommy. I don't even rate Shields as a man, obviously not. But still, you know what I mean? Like, why not? At this point, why not? Yeah? Because, listen, Shields, if she wants it, I'd watch that. That, for me, would be intriguing, to be honest. Since Jake Paul want to box so much, let's put him in there with a boxer who's a woman. Plus, Jake Paul, he likes the whole female empowerment thing with Amanda Serrano and whatnot. So this makes perfect sense. Go in there and fight someone who actually can box a little bit. Because we know for a fact, Nate Diaz can't. And Nate Diaz can't punch, but neither can Shields. So she's at least going to make it the distance. Plus Shields is quick as well. Nate's slow and can't punch. Shields is quick. For real. That's one thing I've always given her credit for. I don't like her style because I prefer more aggressive fighting, but she's quick. There's no doubt about that. She's super quick. So Jake Paul in there with these lumbering shots. I can see her, and her defense is tight. I can see her popping him. You know what? I want to see this fight. I want to see it. Jake Fake Paul versus Claressa Shields. The Keith Furman one, I think there's levels to boxing. I think a male boxer, yeah, Keith fell off. Sorry, yeah, Keith and his hairline have fell off here, but come on, let's be serious here. Keith ain't no punk. You can, you know what I mean? He's been doing this, so I don't think that makes much sense. I think Keith would tear the ass up. I don't think would Keith stop Shields though. I don't think so. Even if Keith was fully trying, I don't think he would. I think Shields' defense is pretty tight, and she's a big girl as well. I think she fights at 168 now. So Keith, he's small. He's 147 only, but I guess if Keith didn't cut weight, he'd probably be 168 too. And Shields does look soft at 168. Either way though, both of these fights are intriguing. I think we need to put this narrative to bed. Yeah, and I like Claressa for what it's worth, but she is a bit gassed. Yeah, I think a lot of these rainbow flag Donnies have blown her head up. Yeah, women can do what men can do. Okay, let's test that out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, yeah. Maybe she go in there and punch up Keith Furman. Keith once upon a time Furman. And send his hairline even further back. Maybe that's possible. I've seen it all. Especially in the last year, so I ain't never going to say never. I've said never. I've done that way too many times before. Yeah? Way too many times before. So, it's one of them. I'll watch it. And really, the women's division is not very intriguing. I thought the fight was close, but many people think Claressa Shields smoked Savannah Marshall. So if that's the case, then There ain't no women that's going to make it entertaining. So why not Keith? Yeah, I think fake Paul makes the most sense. Shields versus fake Paul. Yeah? Let him get... Because even Tommy's not a real boxer. He ain't done nothing in boxing. So let's let fake Paul get a taste of what real boxing's a bit like without the power. Because all due respect, he couldn't deal with... Nate has no power, and he couldn't even deal with that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, given Shields' speed, I can see Shields tapping him up, rolling off, like she does, and Jake just being lost, truth be known. Because he was looking lost when Nate was slapping away, and Nate's so slow, no defense, so slow, so old, can't box, and Jake was still looking kind of lost at points when he was getting slapped. So when that speed comes in from Claressa, I think you're going to feel it. I think you're going to... Ooh, this guy isn't moving in slow motion. Let's be real here, people. Most of the people he's boxed move in slow motion. Ben Muffin Top Askren, slow motion. Yeah. Tyron Woodley, wrestler, a muscly wrestler, slow motion. Nate Diaz, slow motion like a zombie. Do you understand, people? So yeah, I want to see this. I think Claressa needs to stay pressing this guy. Press him, why not? Hey Jake, you sweet. Yeah? I've beat all the women in boxing. I'm moving over to the... And also, she likes money. So, it's a good money play there. Oh, for what it's worth, yeah, I wouldn't even mind... I rarely say this, yeah, but I wouldn't even mind watching this as an exhibition. Because even in exhibitions, it's clear who's winning the fight. It's not like Shields would stop him in a real fight, if that makes sense. Even if it was a real boxing fight, she wouldn't go on to stop him. So the point is, can Shields outbox Jake Paul? I think she probably would. And that's what I want to see. Let's get rid of this whole narrative now. The guy's serious. He fake. He's not serious, people. He playing with it. Yeah, the guy came in, he rolled in on a tank. And fair play for the first round, but that's all listen. All he did was the first round. That's no good. That's Fugazi. Yeah, had one good round in him and fell off now. I don't want to watch that anyway. Let me know your thoughts, people. Claressa staying on these dudes' necks right now. And it's 7:33 and we have 25 seconds of more waffle, people. No doubt about it. Listen. I've also heard Shields calling out Shadisa Green. I don't know who she is, man. Another bum, I guess, but she's big, apparently. This is more relevant, though, I feel now, for Shields. This could be her legacy. If you punch up Keith Thurman, or punch up fake Paul, damn. Because, yeah, obviously, Jake Paul can box a bit. I'm not saying he's a complete bum, but this will get her some serious credit if she can go in there and make a clown out of one of these guys, which is likely, I think. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and lurk off the 100%, no doubt.